Testing, 1 2 1 2. All right, let me just get settled and then we can start the video. I mean, you guys saw the title, so if you watch enough menswear fashion YouTuber, the high-end douchey ones like me, showing off Owens, Margiela, Prada, Guidi, Yoji, blah blah blah, you often catch us being weirdly vague about the price tags of our products. We go into great detail about the shoulder, the chest, but when it comes to something as big as the price tag, we get this jacket retail for $5,055 because Rick refused to pay for the shipping. That is what the $55 is for. I got this jacket on sale, so it wasn't as bad. This jacket retail for $7,000 in the US, $6,000 in the EU. I paid $5K for this because I am built like that, alright? Money is not a problem to me. I believe they retail for around $5,000. Don't really have the exact number. It's shearling, it's leather. Let's say minimum 4K, maximum 6K. Trust me when I say I got these for a lot more because I really want to see how far I can push myself, The vest retail for roughly $5,000. Obviously, I don't think it's worth 5K. I got this for 4K. I felt a bit insecure, so I gotta show all of these people that I am not financially literate nor responsible. Flexing is a new personality trait for me. This jacket retail for $6,250. You add some taxes, but now let's say 6.5, 6.7. Half of that is the name. Yes, the calf leather is nice, the wool is nice, the graphic, but obviously they're not worth 6K. So I ask you, why do we lie about the price tag? This isn't accidental, though we know, or I know, that a few of us who know about the fashion ecosystem can ballpark a price of what I truly got this Rick Owens jacket for. 70 to 80% of the viewers don't, and we or I are hoping to impress them. These are the folks that don't know when Essence go on sale or how their sales system work, or they just think we spell cents wrong. What I am doing isn't lying per se, but more omissioning an important fact. What I am doing here is inflating the perceived value of the item by causality myself. Hopefully I used that word correctly. It honestly doesn't even make too much sense for me to do it personally, because most of you who watches my channel or know the existence of this channel have to be hardcore Rick Owens fans, because I am not on the first page when you search up Rick Owens. I believe I do this out of insecurity. Quoting the retail price makes it seem as though I could be someone who could spend 5K on a coat. Make it seem as though I am such a big fan. I buy things at retail or close to it. I buy things when they come out right away. I don't wait for the sale. So example, foodie who thinks they're better than the people who eat at McDonald's. Someone who watches my video casually will take what I say on face value or at face value and never look deeper. So there's a bit of thrill in knowing that I paid less, but some people believe I paid full or close to full. I get the credibility without having spending the full price to acquire the Rick Owens jacket. I get to look like a big man without spending like a big man. There are people out there who equate fashion to price tag, so I will impress those. And I guess for me, I am also trying to to mask my imposter syndrome. When I buy something at retail and then my friend buy it and my friend or someone on Instagram, a friend on Instagram, buy it later for a cheaper price, I tell myself, I got it first, I paid full price, I didn't have to wait, you had to wait for the sale, I am better, a bit of a silent flex of financial pecking order per se. The feeling could be flipped for bitter or jealous because damn, if only I had waited a bit longer, I wouldn't have to pay as much. On this side, you get status, on the other side, you get insecurity. Both are true, by the way. Fashion is rooted in exclusivity and scarcity. Money is one of the few ways to make an item into those two words. Quoting the retail price maintains or pushes the myth of this item is worth that much. I paid that much, or you think I could pay that much. Omitting the sale price or even the idea that this item never went into sale gives the idea that the jacket was good enough to be sold at retail at full price, at the overpriced MSRP. People couldn't wait. It's wanted. The item is wanted. People who owns this is at the forefront of fashion. They saw it on the runway 6 months ago and know the exact week it came out, and now they paid full price and now it's sold out. So only the true fans have it. But in actuality, people who wait in the sale are still a big fan. They're just a bit more financially literate, or they just a bit more savvy, or the people that pay full price, they don't have money issues. But the people that buy it in the sale, they still love fashion. Just because they got it later doesn't mean they like fashion anything less. I think that's what I'm trying to say. Selling out fast gives the item more aura. Think the Balenciaga Triple S, when they first came out. It sold out at retail right away, and I'm pretty sure Balenciaga told their third-party retailer to not even lower the price at all, and they didn't have to, because the item would sell out right away. This was only diminished after more colorways and more quantity goes into production, and then the made in China thing happened, blah 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 blah. While yes, the shape or material of the item will give me the currency of taste and coolness, the price add another barrier or prestige or access to luxury. If I were to say, yeah, this 5K jacket, I got them for $100, it would become too accessible, and then it's not as special. This is why most people who hate replicas are just those people who paid full price for that particular item, and then they see someone else who didn't have to jump through as many hoops as them to acquire said item, which is practically the same thing as theirs except for the legitimacy aspect. It's jealousy. It's not about the environmental aspect, it's about the aura. That sentence, by the way, explain away the sneakerhead culture. The Panda Dunks, for example, it was so cool when it was only released once. It took my wife and I a long time to find it for our kids, because at that point it was only sold once, and then like it was reselling for like half the price up or even double or triple. That's how good it was. But then, they just kept on re-releasing like 50 times after, so now it becomes a meme. But it's gatekeeping disguised as purism, and they often use the labor aspect as a defense. We quote higher price, or I quote higher price as the way to elevate the item, and by causality elevate me, similar to how high fashion brands elevate their product through premium pricing or in storytelling. There's no reason for a basic ass Dior tee that's on the screen right now to be $500, but the price tag gives the shirt a story, and as shallow as the story of I can afford it, it's still a story. If Dior charges $30, it wouldn't work. At its core, a Dior t-shirt is the same as a Target t-shirt, but put it on celebrities, put it on the runway, make a nice marketing campaign around it. Now it's special. Now there's a story to it. Nothing changes about the shirt, but the story around the shirt is now completely different. Okay, so a little bit more about imposter syndrome. Most of us have them. Quoting the retail price reinforces the idea that I belong to this world, because there are some people who are in high fashion who truly window shop, paying retail. My friend Swan, he often pays everything for retail because money is not a problem for him. I need to shop the sale because I'm not there yet. So yes, there's a bit of insecurity of, do I own this jacket the same way as the person who paid full price, or do the jacket own me even? So I won't tell you that I got them in a deep sale. So in the mind of everyone else participating in the conversation, they think the two jackets are the same. The one that my friend Swan bought, the one that I bought. He paid full price, I paid 70% off. Let me give you the inverse. The Travis Scott Jordan 1 Brown Cactus jacket, I think that's the name. So released in 2019, retail was like $150, $170, right? But if you ask anyone who owns them, they will quote the resale price, or they will say, yeah, dude, I got lucky, I bought it from Nike sneaker app, but it's worth like 900 euros. So everything I said earlier, just reverse it and apply to this example. Money matters when it comes to high fashion. I've always disagreed with that notion or belief that you don't need money to be into fashion or be fashionable. The correct way to say that is you don't need money to dress well. You indeed need money, lots of them, to participate in fashion. If you want one-of-a-kind pieces, you will need to spend. If you want proper shilling, you need money. Otherwise, you're getting fleeced. Double entendre. You can find alternative, but that is just it. Alternative. I guess I kind of said the quiet part out loud a bit. Actually, that's wrong. It's a bit more, I'm confirming someone's suspicion who was already suspicious about how so many people can afford so many crazy expensive pieces, or how I can afford so many crazy expensive pieces. Let me know if you notice this trend now when you watch stuff on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube after this, by the way, for all you dumb out there. The answer is we lie to maintain the myth, the aura, and our social positioning, or gaining social currency, social capital in the fashion ecosystem, even if it's just in our head. Goodbye, nerds. Oh, shit.